She did a nice job. They did another CAT scan.
All right, guys, ready? I'd like to welcome everybody to our July 15th Brigantine City Council meeting. Please rise for the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible. Please remain standing while our Deputy Mayor, Karen Yu, leads us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, as we enjoy the warmth and beauty of summer, we give thanks for the men and women who serve as first responders in our community. Watch over our police officers, firefighters, EMTs, dispatchers, beach patrol, and all who answer the call for help from others. Protect them as they work in the heat, through storms, on crowded streets, beaches, and in times of emergency. Give them strength when they are weary, wisdom in every decision, courage in every challenge, and compassion for those in need. Bless their families who share in the sacrifices of their service. May they know your peace and return home safely after every shift. Help us to appreciate their dedication, support them with grateful hearts, and work together as we continue to build a safer, kinder community. In your name we pray. Amen.
Please proceed. Christine, can you read the Oakland Public Meetings Act announcement?
So this meeting has been provided as required by law.
Thank you. Today's a very special day here in Brigantine. We have our police department that's here. We'll be swearing in some class 1s and class 2s. Our beach patrol, swearing in new lieutenant, new captain. Before we get into the swearing ins, I actually want to take a minute. I want to talk to everybody who's here. I want to let you guys know how much we appreciate everything that both of your departments do for this city. I will tell you, probably the lifeblood of our city is our beach patrol. When people come here, they come here for our beaches. And the compliments that I hear most is how professional our beach patrol is, how safe people feel, how courteous they are. And I think one of the most important things is the life-saving skills that you have. You know, you watch the race that we just had, 61st Annual Chief Bill Coon Race. That race isn't just about athleticism. It's about showcasing the life-saving skills that our guards have every day. Some beach patrols, you got a couple of good athletes that go out and race and do well. One of the things that Brigantine has always been great with is not just about having one or two athletes, but having a depth of a team and guys and girls who are incredible at what they do. And it's something that we're very, very proud of. And for our police department, not enough good things I can say about our police department. Literally, there's people who have told me they have specifically moved to Brigantine because of the job that each and every one of you do every day. They come here because they want to feel safe. They come here for the professionalism. They come here for the community policing you do, the interaction. And it's something that's really special. And I don't think you guys get to hear this enough. And I want to share that because I can tell you, not just for myself, but every single member of council is proud of everything that both of these departments do. And I know I'm not talking about everybody in the city, I'm going to talk about the people that are here, but it's very, very important. But there's another side of the story too that I think people need to hear. And it's something that's really important, especially too seeing representatives from our business community. One of the things for us is everything kind of goes hand in hand. If you don't realize it, for those of you that are new here to Brigantine, it's not just about having a job, it's about being part of a family. And we are family here, each and every one of us. And we look out for each other, we watch over each other, we help each other. Sometimes we disagree, as all good families, sometimes we're a little dysfunctional, but that's what makes it fun. But I will tell you, it's something that's impressive. One of the things I want to add in, and this is a story that a lot of people don't often get to hear or see. We see the job that you do. People don't often get to see the job you do behind the scenes, the work that each and every one of you do to make this city successful. One of the biggest things, and I want people to know, especially for the Beach Patrol, for the past decade, the Beach Patrol has really worked to keep expenses under control. Always put the needs of the city first. But it actually got to the point where it was no longer competitive. You look at where other cities went, things had to change. And you'll see that in the contract that's here tonight. The guys had worked as hard as they could to keep things where they are, but things needed to change because it was putting us in a position where it was becoming harder and harder to attract good guards and harder to get people to stay here. And it's something that we needed to do and we needed to change. For the police department, I see those same issues. I see those same challenges. And it's an issue that needs to be addressed. But I want people to know publicly that it's the right direction to go in. It's the right thing to do because at the end of the day, it is our city employees who make the biggest difference in this city. And it's the argument I make all day long. We look at what it means for taxes. The one thing I always come back to is 100% of the work done in this town is done by those employees. And we are very, very proud. People come here for that. And it's something that I want people to know, not just what we see on the surface, but what we see that goes on behind the scenes. One of my proudest things is being here to cheer you guys on. When we have these swearing-ins, getting to meet our police officers, getting to hang out with our lifeguards. And I will tell you, probably one of the saddest things for me is leaving the Beach Patrol. Most guys, we saw this, if you look at the Beach Patrol, the first time you leave never really counts. We always say the first job never takes. I went through that. I was on the Beach Patrol. I left. I got a real job. And I will tell you, every day I drove over the bridge, I kid you not, cops, don't pull me over for this. I would look back at the beach and I'm like, what did I do? I'm like, I left the greatest job in the world. I left the greatest group of people, amazing family. I left. I did that for about 2 years. And then I was like, Kip, I'm coming back. I went back, we call it the victory lap. I came back for a few years. I did it. Best choice I ever made. But one of the hardest choices I ever made was leaving that job for this position. Sometimes, you talk about like changes you make in life. It is for the better, but I miss it. Probably one of my favorite things is anytime I go down the beach, there's always somebody there with a smile, always somebody there to talk to me, somebody make me feel included. Some of the guys on the south end, when it's not busy, let me guest guard. But Michael Brooks, it's funny. I think probably when I first got off the beach patrol, I used to sit on 16th Street. And I don't know if you remember this. I said, Mike, you got to do me a favor. Mike said, of course. I'm like, look, if I become one of those old guys who comes down here and starts telling the guards what to do, tell me to go have a seat. And Mike started laughing. He's like, I would love to do that. And for any of you who are guards, you know, and I see Paul Sabell laughing back there, you know that when you first come back to the beach, especially being off, you actually have to turn your chair around and not watch, because there's so many times I'm down there and I start grabbing for a whistle that's not there, right? Because it's just who you are. We have incredible promotions today and two people that I'm very, very proud of and very, very excited for, but also for our family, for our police department. I kid you not, hands down, best police department in the entire state of New Jersey. Leadership that you have here is outstanding. The training you're going to receive here is outstanding. The partnerships you're going to have with all of the different departments, you will never have a better experience and never be a part of a better family than your own bloodline as we are here. And it's something that I want everybody to know and know, you know, I don't often get the opportunity to tell people how I really feel, but I just want you guys to know that I love each and every one of you like family. And it's always going to be that way. So we have our swearing-ins tonight. I'd like to invite the chief to come up and I'll start that process off. But again, thank you for all that you do for Brigantine.
Well, as always, it's almost impossible to follow Mayor Sarah. He is quite the speaker. But I'll do my best here. I'll keep it short. I know there's a lot of people who have some celebrations after this they want to get to. But I just wanted to tell everyone here how proud I am of the individuals sitting right here. To dedicate your life to help others is a huge step for our lifeguards, for our police officers. 23 years ago, I sat right here in those seats. And look at me now. You never would have thought that this would be where I would be. Heck, the only reason I'm here is because I was waiting for the lifeguard test, and that came first. But I wanted to come here tonight and honor these individuals because it's been a few years since we've honored the Class 1 specials and the Class 2 specials at a council meeting. And I don't think that people understand that this is one of the most difficult jobs I've ever had. I've been screamed at worse probably as a Class 1 special on a parking ticket than I have in any other portion of my career. So to do what they do, to sacrifice every day, to come out here and give what they give to the city, because without them, we couldn't function. There's nobody else who wants to go down there and walk the code when it's 100 degrees outside like these guys were doing today to enforce parking and drinking and other things that really make this city safe and make it safe and a great community for all of you. So today I'm honored that I get to stand in front of you and introduce all of these fine officers. So first we're going to call our Class 2 officers. They just graduated the 6-month police academy, put in a lot of great work and did really well and got nothing but high accolades from the Gloucester County Police Academy. So I'm very happy to bring them up here and introduce them. And hopefully you all welcome them with open arms into our city. So if you guys could stand up and be presented. Tonight we're going to be honoring and identifying our Class 2 officers. We have Officer Hunter, Officer Zevian, Officer Coxon, Officer Bradley, and Officer Lee.
Raise your right hand, repeat after me. Actually, do me a favor. You got the picture? I was waiting. Can you guys turn this way a little bit? I'm sorry. I saw the precedent. I see. Swear. Established United States, and this state. Want to be a party? That of the table, impartial, and just, to perform all required position by special law enforcement officers, special according to the best of my ability, according to the best of my ability. So,
just want to make sure the beach patrol heard them say their names.
And not to be outdone, like I said, now we're going to have our class ones be sworn in. They really are out there putting in the work, so it's really good to be able to honor them tonight. They're one of the hardest working people on the island, and I think it's really great that they get to be in front of you guys today and they can be seen and thanked for all the services they provide. So without further ado, if you guys want to stand up, Officer McGowan, Holbrook, McLeod, Manera, and Emery.
Start with second. Good. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the state of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties required for the position of Special Law Enforcement Officer Class 1, according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Yes. It's called Chief Emmett up. And before we get started, I just want to say too, I've probably known Kip for, I think it's been about 33 years now. I think probably one of my best stories, I'll tell this real quick and we'll move on, is it was my rookie year. It was a fog day, sitting on the beach. It's one of those days where you can't see anything. The air's just still. I'm sitting in the stand. I fall asleep. Right? I wake up and he's on the trike. He's on actually a little quad and he's leaning over like very gently. And he's got a note in his hand. I think it was my paycheck and he wrote a letter on it and he drops it on me. And I wake up and I'm like, oh my God. And it literally says, if you were awake, you'd remember receiving your paycheck. And I'm like, dude, I'm fired. I'm here for like 3 weeks into this. It was the year of the fog. It was terrible. I'm like, this guy's gonna fire me. I sweated out for like a good hour. He comes back and he's like, tell me what happened. And I told him, I said, here's where I am. I'm sitting out here. I've been out here all day by myself, no radio, it's hot. And he's like, all right. He went and talked to some of the senior guards about, leaving rookies by themselves out there. But it's like one of those moments that you never forget. And Kip's actually been a really good mentor to me. As, lifeguard on the beach, one of the things he's really big with is giving people responsibility, letting people learn, teaching me how to race. And that's a big thing too, and that's a huge tradition out there, but also some of his leadership skills. I think, when it really comes down to managing a team, coaching, running a department, hands down, Kip does a tremendous job of that. And I think one of the most important lessons I've learned from Kip, and when I was a union president, especially being an educator, one of the things you talk about is like, sometimes young people make mistakes, right? They make mistakes, and it's not just about slamming them. It's about teaching them, holding them accountable, and giving them a path forward. And it's funny because some of those conversations I had with Kip they stuck in my mind, and it shapes me as a teacher, as a father, and of course, everything I try to do in the city. So Kip, thank you for being a good friend. Appreciate it.
He is tough to go after, that's for sure. Good evening, Mayor, City Council members, City Manager, Beach Patrol members, family and friends. Thank you all for being here tonight. It is an honor for me tonight to recognize two really important people on the Beach Patrol. These guys have been doing the job for many, many years, and their dedication and the service to this community are outstanding. First, I'd like to congratulate Alex Grassi on his promotion to lieutenant. Alex, could you please come up? Alex began his Beach Patrol career in 2001. After his rookie season, he served at 7th Street and 10th Street South. Then he moved down to the Central Zone at 34th Street South. And then for 18 years, he was the senior guard at 3rd Street South Beach. In 2022, Alex was promoted to our equipment maintenance officer and did a great job keeping all the equipment running excellent, and just doing a great job by taking care of all the beaches. And this year, I had the opportunity to promote him to lieutenant, which is my honor. Alex, you've done a great job. You've been a great part of this Beach Patrol, and I look forward to you doing a great job as lieutenant. Congratulations. Yep.
I stated it. I stated it. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties required for the position of Beach Patrol Lieutenant, according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
The Beach Patrol's second promotion tonight is Andrew Dorley. Andrew's being promoted from lieutenant to captain tonight. Andrew began his Beach Patrol career in 1993, serving at 7th Street and 10th Street South, then a staple at 38th Street for many years. In 2004, Andrew became our race director and / equipment maintenance guy. It's kind of when we invented the job. He has done that. He did that job up until 2013 when Andrew was promoted to lieutenant. He served under District 2 for 13 years with Captain Paul Savell and learned a lot from Paul and being ready for this position. Andrew's been a steady leader, trusted mentor, and respected role model, and congratulations to Andrew. Andrew, Dorley, come on up with your family.
All right, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the state of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties required for the position of Beach Patrol Captain, according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Well, while the Beach Patrol members are still here, I'd like to just congratulate you on a tremendous win on Monday night. It was
All right, so we're going to actually retire to executive session. We're going to take action to do that. Anybody who wants to take pictures, stay up here and take pictures. You'll have the room for a little bit, but we'll probably be about 15, 20 minutes. Tiger, topics for executive?
Contract.
Contract negotiations, perfect. Christine, can you read the resolution?
The governing body will now enter executive session. Minutes will be made public once a week for confidentiality no longer exists.
All right, perfect. Can we have a motion second?
I'll make that motion.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, seeing none, motion passed. Again, thank you all for coming in tonight. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations, everybody.
Just wanted to say congrats to all the guys.
Follow Vince.
They always do.
You can't follow that guy.
See your face as much. That's better. I want to make sure.
I just got a billion.
Go ahead, Judy. All right.
I did my jump on never issue to do something that I had to do. You guys are in the monthly. I got central. So Sit on that. You can make sure that. We'll see. Yeah. Very nice to meet you. Sir.
Oh, yeah. Oh. So you were talking about.
All right, we have a motion and second I'm sorry. Yeah, we have a motion and second to return from executive session.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right, George, can you summarize?
Yes, Mayor, there's discussion regarding 2 contracts, and the first 2 resolutions will take care of those.
All right, so we're going to resume our meeting. We had a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none. All right, we're resuming. All right, we need our approval of our June 17th, 2026 council meeting minutes. Motion second.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Abstain. It's approval of our bill requisition list. We have a motion second.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. All right, this time we'll open it up for public comment. This is public comment on agenda items only. If you wish to be heard, please come up and state your name and address for the record. Seeing no public comment, we're going to close the public portion. All right, first up, we have an ordinance. This is a public hearing and adoption. And this is City of Brigantine Ordinance number 12 of 2026. And this is an ordinance amending Chapter 284 of the Code of the City of Brigantine as it relates to handicap parking spaces. We have a motion second.
Second.
At this time, we're going to open it up for a public hearing. Anybody wishing to be heard on this ordinance, please come up, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no public participation, we're going to close the public portion. Any council comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. We have ordinance number 13 of 2026. This is introduction. This is a bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements in and by the city of Brigantine in the county of Atlantic, New Jersey, appropriating $16,999,750 thereof, and authorizing the issuance of $16,150,000 in bonds or notes of the city to finance part of the cost thereof. We have a motion second.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. We have ordinance number 14 of 2026. This is an ordinance to amend section 175-6A, fire official, additional inspectors and staff of the city code. We have a motion second.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Resolution 2026-165. This is a resolution authorizing an employment agreement with the government workers union local 300. A motion second.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Resolution 2026-166. This is a resolution authorizing an employment agreement with the Brigantine City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Association. A motion second.
So make that motion.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Resolution 2026-167. This is a resolution authorizing a work change order number 1 final for irrigation at the Brigantine golf links for holes 10 through 18. This is a net increase of $26,494.95. This is for additional work required. We have a motion second.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Resolution 2026-168. This is a resolution authorizing a work change order number 2 for City Hall Complex HVA system upgrades. This is a net increase of $18,602.25. This was for additional work required. We have a motion second. Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Resolution 2026-169. This is a resolution authorizing the Board of Contract Policy and Associates for design, permitting, construction management, and inspections for the sanitary sewer replacement at Bayshore Avenue and Roosevelt Boulevard. This is the amount of $28,600. We have a motion second.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Resolution 2026-170. This is a resolution authorizing work change order number 2 final for drainage improvements along Ocean Drive West. This is a net decrease of $1,520. We have a motion second.
Make that motion. Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Resolution 2026-171. This is a resolution amending the City of Brigantine 2026 municipal budget by the insertion of a special item of revenue and appropriation from the state of New Jersey recycling tonnage grant. This is the amount of $14,904.96. Motion second.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Resolution 2026-171, this is a resolution authorizing a contract with CM3 Building Solutions to furnish and install one mini split heat pump AC unit in the police dispatch office. This is the amount of $12,245. We have a motion second.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Resolution 2026-173, this is a resolution authorizing a contract with C&D Instrument Services LLC for the installation of a SCODA RTU for the storm sewage stations. This is the amount of $10,550. We have a motion second.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Resolution 2026-174, this is a resolution authorizing the contract with C&D Instrument Services LLC for the installation, installation of a SCODA RTU for the sewer stations in the amount of $27,760. Motion second.
Second.
Questions or comments?
Mayor, are these just different addresses?
Yeah, they're different addresses.
Just different locations?
Yeah, different locations. Yeah, we have Jenkins, the last one was Jenkins Parkway and Caverly, and this one is Kings Cove, Jenkins Parkway, Sheridan, and Harbor Beach Boulevard.
Thank you.
There's no other questions. Can we have roll call?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Resolution 2026-175, this is a resolution authorizing a refund to Crest Construction Group LLC for a hydrant, meter, and wrench. This is the amount of $1,500. A motion second.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Resolution 2026-176, this is a resolution authorizing a contract with Barco Productions LLC for trash and recycling waste containers for the promenade. This is the amount of $13,684.16. We have a motion second.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Questions or comments? Sorry, it's for council. Yeah, you can exit at the end. All right, seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Resolution 2026-177, this is a resolution authorizing a contract with CM3 Building Solutions to furnish and install one mini split AC unit to serve the library meeting/break room. This is the amount of $21,762. We have a motion second.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Resolution 2026-178, this is a resolution authorizing a contract with Core and Main LP for residential meter pits and curb stops. This is the amount of $46,600. With motion second.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Resolution 2026-179, this is a resolution authorizing the tax collector to issue refunds. Motion second.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Resolution 2026-180, this is a resolution authorizing the contract with H2M Architects and Design for design and construction management of the lead service line replacement project. This is the amount of $721,180. Tiger or John, this is for phase one, right, of construction? All right, perfect. We have a motion second.
Second.
Questions or comments? Can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Resolution 2026-181. This is a resolution amending the City of Brigantine 2026 municipal budget by the insertion of a special item of revenue and appropriation from the County of Atlantic, State of New Jersey for the 2026 Click It or Ticket program. This is in the amount of $3,500. Motion second.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Resolution 2026-182. This is a resolution amending the City of Brigantine 2026 municipal budget by the insertion of a special item of revenue and appropriation from the Native Plant Society of New Jersey, Inc. for the public garden. This is the amount of $500. We have a motion second.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Resolution 2026-183. This is a resolution authorizing a contract with Jersey Architectural Doors and Supply Co. for the Department of Public Works Fire Code violations. This is the amount of $10,226. We have a motion second.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Resolution 2026-184. This is a resolution authorizing the city to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Brigantine Short-Term Rental Association. We have a motion and second.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Next, we have our consent agenda. We have the Brigantine event, Elks raffle license number 1163, Brigantine Chamber of Commerce raffle number 1165, Brig Vet Surf Camp, Boy Scouts Bonfire, VFW raffle license number 1166. We have a motion second.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, can we have roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. All right, with our council manager committee discussions, Tiger, anything for us?
Mayor, I'd just like to publicly thank all of our departments. 4th of July weekend, this island was just packed. Every year we say it can't get any more packed, and every year it gets more packed. And our departments, police, fire, beach, Public Works, everybody, they were really, really busy and they did an amazing job. So I'd just like to say thank you for doing that, keeping everyone safe. I also would like to wish my deputy good luck, Ryan Hurst, as she competes in the Ironman again. Crazy, I don't know why, it's nuts. But she's heading to New York tomorrow to compete on Sunday. She said it should take about 17 hours, so yeah. So when you see her,
She's amazing.
yeah, she is absolutely amazing. We're very lucky to have her. That's all, Mayor.
And Tiger, right, I think this is probably the busiest 4th of July weekend I've ever seen. I don't think we could pack any more people.
We say
into
that
it.
every year. Every year it gets busier. Really
I think this year takes it though.
It does. No, you're right.
I mean, it's good. I mean, that's obviously it's good for all the businesses. It's good for people who come down here to vacation. But I will tell you that I know that all of our city departments work very, very hard and did a great job, outstanding job. So we're very proud of them. So thank you. Turn it over to our department heads. Chief.
Just want to remind everyone we have National Night Out coming up on. It's a great event. Everything's great. Also, reminder about the bikes. Any questions, please contact the police department.
Start off with our deputy mayor, Karen View.
We just, on our consent agenda, approved the Brigantine event. that will be held on the 26th of September. Yeah, right down the middle of the street here. This year, we've added a lot of extra tickets. There will be 400 tickets available. Tickets go on sale next Monday on the 20th on Rec Desk. They're $20 each. Please support the Green Team and the whole community. It's just a really great event with everybody coming out and celebrating. We purchase food from local restaurants. We encourage people to buy clothes from the local boutiques, and you have to wear all white. It's a really great event, a fun time. So those tickets go on sale on the 20th, $20 on Rec Desk, the same platform where you can sign up for classes at the CER. Golf course is doing great. It looks awesome. We're getting a lot of wonderful comments about the staff, about the condition of the course. And that's about all I have. Thank you.
Down to Paul.
Yeah, we're still working with the county on the promenade issues that we've been facing. They're still facing. They seem to be dragging their feet, but Vince has been holding their toes to the fire. So we're hoping we get some resolution within the next few weeks. The other thing, kudos to the fire department for their reaction to the fire on 14th Street North. A lot worse than it was. It could spread to the houses next door. It's very unfortunate. Unfortunate for the family, unfortunate for the neighbor. But the fire department did a great job. Something else. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Go down to Dennis.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations once again to our special officers, both our new Class 1s and our new Class 2s. Wish them the very best in safety and good luck with the job. This is one of our beach patrol promotions there, but continued best of luck in the awesome job that they always do out the entire beach patrol. And special congratulations to our two promotions today, this evening. Also, I'm looking forward to hearing from Mike Reardon on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce with the 4th of July walk on the beach, the parade. That was incredible, and a great job by everybody involved. And that's it for me. Everybody have a great summer. Enjoy the rest of the summer, that is, and thank you very much.
Down to Mark.
Thank you, Mayor. Great 4th of July, 5 or 6 deep on the jetty beach. Literally was the first time I've ever had to air down. It's that soft, but great job, police, with public works, patrolling, with lifeguards. So great weekend, fabulous weather. On a serious note, I don't know if anyone is here from the 4th Ward tonight. I got a lot of complaints about fireworks, so it's something that the chiefs were going to have to discuss. I've been here almost 10 years. It's a ritual of people that live on the lagoon to fire them off, and I get it. This year was taken to a whole new level. There was actually people that were on jet skis towing stand-up paddleboards with the professional fireworks on them as they were driving through the lagoon. And these were landing in people's boats, on their yards, in my yard. So maybe something over time, Mayor and the chiefs, that we have some time to prepare for next year. We may want to sit and talk about this, but I was told there'll be some other folks here. You'll get your chance when council is done to come up and speak. You'll have your time. So something that we're going to have to address for next season. Mayor?
Yep.
Just a couple of things. Like we said, the island was packed, the farmer's market was packed, the family fun day did a great job. They had a nice crowd down there. The golf course was packed every single day from early morning till late evening. I really got to thank our garden club for being out there, working in this heat, and keeping an eye on it. It's been absolutely fantastic. I want to congratulate everybody on the promotions. It makes it a great day. That's always fun to watch.
well deserved for everybody. I also had the opportunity over the bids to attend the Elks Scholarship Presentation Ceremony. They gave out, I think it was 22 or 24 scholarships, 22, but a couple could be. It was over $40,000 in scholarships that they gave out, so it was absolutely amazing. Great turnout, what an amazing job they do. Be remiss if I didn't thank the police, fire, beach patrol, public works for the amazing job they did. So I mean, this town was rock and roll. I'm telling you, there was nowhere to park. There was people parking on my street to get to the beach and walking down the street. I'm in the middle of the golf course. So absolutely unbelievable. I would like to mention that our secretary on the Garden Club to resign for personal reasons, and I would like to nominate Lisa Macarelli to take her spot as the secretary on the Garden Club. So,
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Second, volunteer, motion from Councilman Kane. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None? All right, motion passed.
all right, thank you, folks. Appreciate that. That's all I got, folks. Enjoy the rest of the summer.
Turn it over to Mike.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody that chose to come here tonight and spend your night with us. Instead of enjoying this beautiful summer's night.
1,000 degrees out.
We're here for the air conditioner.
But we appreciate your support, your input. Other than that, I just want to thank, like everybody else has, that beach parade that we put together, Economic Development Committee, put it together, and just want to thank everybody who came and supported everybody on council. Councilman Haney, he carried the flag up front. Councilman Kane provided the music. We had the deputy mayor and the mayor there, and
So much
handing out flags and ice cream. And it's the only place to be on the water's edge, so it might be an annual meeting now. So if you miss this one, you can catch it next year. You know. The chief came out. Thank you, Chief. Sergeant Powderly said a prayer. We had Teddy Fusco sing the anthem. Public Works was outstanding, doing everything, covering, including driving some people to the beach. So thank you again, John. And Chief suggested that. I don't know. Thank you. And the VFW, yeah, the VFW was there with the colors, with the flags. Other than that, on Saturday, we also had a Brian Woods walk, another fundraiser for scholarships, and they gave out $1,500 scholarships this year for kids going to high school. Great turnout. Cut it in half because it was pretty warm and humid out there. Let's see. As far as items with the Economic Development Committee is meeting this week to finalize things about our 100th anniversary celebration that we have coming up the weekend of Columbus Day. Okay, it's going to be fabulous right down near the lighthouse area not in the lighthouse area, but down that direction. We'll let you know. Cultural Arts Commission is getting things together for their art show and all that's coming up. The Chamber of Commerce is just never stops working. And we have Alex and Barb here tonight. I want to thank them because they really put a lot of effort in. Right now, we have Twilight Thursdays. If you haven't noticed, it's a lot of special things going on late on Thursdays. Get business, stay open later. The Stranding Center has a Dancing with the Dolphins coming up on Thursday, August 6th. That's at Hard Rock, but it's a great fundraiser, and if you can make it, please do. Chamber of Commerce also put together something where they have the free shuttle bus that they worked hand in hand with Lascalas. It's been fabulous. You can go, they have an app, you can look where the bus is, so where you hop on and off at different locations. So there's information in the Times, and if you need more information, you can call me. You know where to get my number on the front page of Brigantine Times, right? All right. PTA has a Christmas in July 5K and a mile walk coming up 7/26.
That starts at the school. And Kids Bingo is coming up with Temple Beth Shalom. That's always a big hit on August 3rd and August 10th at 7 and 8 p.m. So there's a lot going on, and plenty more. I don't have time to just go through all of it. So that's all I have for now. Thank you.
John, I want to thank you and your department for the outstanding job you guys did on 4th of July with the jetty and code. I mean, everybody was down there, they were watching the fireworks, and I think everything was pretty much cleaned up by like 10 or 11 o'clock that night. Outstanding job as always. And I think one of the best services you started is having people out there from Public Works giving people trash bags, because you know they're down there, they run out of them, it ends up on the beach. You hand them the trash bag, people do the right thing. And I saw a couple members of your department driving around, picking up the trash and taking it off for people. Huge asset, so thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Yeah. One of the biggest things we are committed to as a council is investing in the community. We're paving a ton of roads, working on the island, really trying to make sure that Brigantine is clean, safe, and beautiful. One of the big portions of, I'm going to say a big portion, but we're starting in this bond ordinance is Beach Patrol headquarters. And this is another project we have to get done. When Beach Patrol headquarters was first built, it was built for about 50 people. The patrol is over 100, I think approaching like 110. So they don't really fit in there. And the building is just old and it needs to be redone. This is something we've been looking at, honestly, since I was a lifeguard on the beach. And we've been trying to work out budget-wise. We manage debt and when it makes sense to roll things in. So in here, in the bond ordinance we put up tonight, it does the initial design and development for Beach Patrol headquarters. And then once we have that design, we'll start to move that forward. I think the Beach Patrol has been asking for a headquarters for close to 20 years now. It is time to get it done. One of the biggest things that changed, I can tell you when I was first on the Beach Patrol, there was one female lifeguard. Now 25% of the Beach Patrol is women. You have one bathroom and one locker room. Can't have that. They're good at making it work, but it's little things like that that need to be changed. So this is something that we're taking on, we're moving forward with. We have our city engineer, director of public works, and the Beach Patrol chief working together on a plan and a design. You know, one of the things we want to make sure too, it has to be compliant with all the new flood and FEMA regulations, but also like what are the needs of the Beach Patrol and how we make sure that this building is a functioning building. It's time to take that on. We're making a lot of investments here. Same thing too, paving a lot of roads. We're going to continue to pave roads. One of the things we want to get done is Harbor Beach Boulevard. We're picking it off in sections. We're going to continue to work our way all the way around that. We're also picking off side streets. I know 20th Street's in there. It's actually 20th Street's design's done. I see people from 20th Street. It's in a group with about 5 streets. We're waiting on the designs to be finished with that. The other big thing is Bayshore Avenue in front of Public Works. We've started on the construction with that. A big part of that is the underground infrastructure when it comes to the drainage. We're working on those drainage issues down there now. Once that's corrected, we're going to come through and repave that from end to end. So that is moving forward. And that'll help too when you see some of the flooding and stuff that goes on at the circle that's not a circle, but anyway. This will help to alleviate some of that. We're also working with the county. County's in design phase for a redesign of the circle, and this is about streamlining it to make sure that it's safer for people coming in and out. And I will tell you, this has been a long process. We are 3 mayors and 20 years into this process, but our county executive and many of our commissioners have promised me they're going to get it done. It's in design phase. I keep checking on it. We've seen preliminaries. Once that comes back, we'll be able to move that forward and hopefully get that onto construction soon. So the county's been a big partner in that. We're going to keep investing in the town. We're going to keep working on stuff. And believe it or not, a lot of the suggestions that people put out there on Facebook or the emails or things like that are helpful. So so that's good. I know fire department needs another truck, so we're looking at that as well. There's money in there for that. And learning about the lifespan of equipment. So thank you guys for keeping me educated on that. But we find too, it's better to stay on top of things instead of just waiting until something goes wrong. When it's emergent, it's much more expensive. When you start to put a budget and a plan in place where you can start to tackle some of these big things on a schedule, it actually helps us to keep our debt manageable and helps to make sense. So we're doing that and keep these things moving forward. Another big thing we've been working on is with actually gas and electric prices here in New Jersey. You can see people get hit real hard, especially over the winter with South Jersey Gas. Same thing with Atlantic City Electric. I've been working with Senator Palestine and Don Guardian on two big things. First thing is transparency. I think one of the biggest issues is people see the rate for gas, but then you get these like rider charges. What is that? The rider charges, the service charges, and I think that's something that all the utility companies need to be better at explaining what that is. So we're working on a plan for better transparency. And the other thing is also too working on relief. Senator Palestine is a co-signer of a bill that is going to call for a suspension of the state tax and the social benefit charges. There'll be a savings there, and that will be with both gas and electric, and this will help to give some relief. Governor Sherrill is actually working on this too. We're trying to partner together to get this done. It's a bipartisan effort. I know one of her big platforms when she ran was getting utility prices under control. I see some of the things that she's doing. The first thing, I don't know if people realize that we saw some of the raises that came in for the utility bills. She put a freeze on those. And I know some people were kind of skeptical, like, hey, didn't do anything, but I don't think people realized that there was actually more increases that were on the way. So I think what her plan was is let's freeze this for now. Let's get a handle on how we do this and how we move it forward. And I think a big thing that I'm starting to pay attention to too, and this was a concern that I had, especially on the electric side, is in some states, I don't know specifically for New Jersey, so I'm going to say it this way, some states, the ratepayers are covering the cost for some of the AI data centers coming in. And I'm curious if that is an issue here. I know the governor is working on making sure that that either can't happen or if it has, won't continue to happen. And I think that that is important. There's two sides to this. You look at the business that comes from data centers. I get it. But at the same time, too, you can't put all that on the ratepayers. You know, sometimes people get caught up in partisan politics, but when you see people doing the right thing, you got to let people know these are positive steps. The other big thing too is, you know, I know that she's working to push nuclear energy in New Jersey ahead. One of the things we all agree on, and I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, we need clean energy. We need reliable energy. You saw the battle, I see many of my friends here, the battle with windmills. An environmentalist brought a very good point up to me. Windmills and ocean windmills will always be a threat as long as we don't have a viable option to replace that energy. One of the things that a lot of groups behind the scenes started to work on is what is the thing we can all agree on? Instead of fighting over something that doesn't matter, we all agree that we need clean, cheap energy. What can we work on? Nuclear became that option. And I will tell you, talking with environmentalists from Rutgers, I asked them, I said, if you were going to give me an alternative, what's the cleanest energy source you could go with? And it's funny because the one environmentalist, he was like, you're never going to believe me. All right, tell me. He's like, nuclear. And I'm like, seriously? He's like, it's not like the old days. People see nuclear energy, they think Chernobyl, they think 3 Mile Island. He's like, the technology has changed. France has actually made some tremendous leaps and bounds with nuclear energy. They've streamlined it. In the United States, it's all individual companies doing individual things. In France, they've actually streamlined it and uniformed it to make sure that it works for the country. This is kind of the direction that we're working on here in New Jersey. And it's not just New Jersey, it's a number of states that are moving in that direction. So instead of all of these groups who were fighting with each other, we were able to get everybody on board with something that works, that benefits everybody. It's clean energy, it's cheap energy, it's reliable energy. And for all of the unions that were out there, like our labor unions, this is real, meaningful work that will go to American contractors. And that's what we're looking for. How do we bring people together on a plan that works? This is moving forward. I will tell you, I've talked to a lot of people in the nuclear industry, both here in the United States and France. I've learned a lot about it. The regulatory process in the United States is slow. If you fast track this, at best 3 years to get through the regulatory process, another 2 years for construction. It's a slow process, but you can see that there's a lot of good people working on this and we're moving in a good direction. And I think this is something we need to continue to do because I do think it solves a lot of problems. I would say the biggest challenge, educating people on how nuclear's changed, right? I know enough to get myself in trouble, and there are far better people in the industry that can do that, but this is something that levels way above me that they're working on to start to help people to understand the benefits. But I want you to know that this is, you know, something that started here with many people sitting in this room, right? There was a problem. We stood up against that problem, and now a lot of our groups are working to continue to benefit people. So it's something I'm very, very proud of. Promenade, I know Councilman Paul Lettieri talked about this. We've been in communications with the county. Some of the biggest issues is beach access. We lost 2 beach access points. The other thing is the lights. The lights, they're on, they're off, they flicker, they don't work. And there's some other general maintenance issues that need to be addressed. We put it out to county. We sent them a formal letter lining all of the issues out. I don't think that they realized how severe the problem was down there until they actually came out and looked at it. Part of this is that we requested that they come do a walkthrough, come look at it, see what the issue is. Once they came down here, I think they recognized that like we weren't just nitpicking, that these were real problems that need to be addressed. Heard back from the county executive. The county intends to take care of this. They're supposed to get back to us. We haven't heard. It's been probably about 3 weeks. I'm going to tell you, like, I think that's a long time to respond. So I spoke with our deputy city manager and our city engineer and asked them to do a follow-up letter to ask, where are we at? Where's the decision? My worry is that we're going to go through the entire summer and nothing get done. Can't have that, right? This needs to be addressed and something that should be done correctly. And if any of you go down there, I'm going to tell you the same thing I've said publicly. If this was any of our homes, we would never accept this work. So why should the city or the county accept this work, right? So the county executive says he's on top of it. A couple of the commissioners, Rich Days, Jim Burns, has come down to walk it and look at it with me, and actually with Karen as well. And they said that we're going to address it. So we will stay on top of it. We will get this addressed. But I will tell you, government moves slow, but I've learned if you don't stay on top of it, sometimes it moves backwards. So we'll stay on top of it. We'll keep everybody posted. All right, this time we're going to open it up for public comment. Anybody wishing to be heard, please come up and state your name and address for the record. Frank?
Good evening, Mayor Sarah, council members, staff. For the record, my name is Frank Pugliese, 433 Lafayette Boulevard. I have 3 compliments this evening and 1 observation / concern. First of all, the paving, wonderful job. Whoever's in charge, everybody involved, looks great. The north end, the Harbor Beach Boulevard you spoke about, looks great. 1 quick observation around that Roosevelt area, the engineer, whoever laid out those intersections and those roads, had a warped sense of humor, or his transit was off a half a bubble, because some of those intersections, if you're not really paying attention, it's nobody here's fault, but questionable at the best. The golf course, Deputy Mayor, you spoke about it, looking better and better every day. I'm seeing more golfers. I don't know if it's just my observation or hopefully it's happening for the city. It seems like more people are enjoying the course. The grass looks good. That sprinkler system seems to be working. It's coming up. And also the drainage system. There's a couple of areas in the back of our house on the adjacent properties where low-lying areas where anything more than maybe half an inch of rain, we get these puddles. The puddles are gone. So any of the work that they did over the past winter or this past spring is working like a charm. So again, kudos to everybody involved with that. And where my heart is all the time, the fire department. A couple of weeks ago, a hell of a save. Pardon my English, but a hell of a save. People look at it as a destroyed building. I look at it as a great stop. The conditions were pretty bad. The wind, the time of night, occupancy concerns, not only for the building that was burning, but the adjoining structures, and especially for the exposure protection. So please pass it on to the brothers. I rode by a couple of times. The only melt or exposure damage that I saw was a little bit of the area on one of the decks, and one of the flags had some singe marks on it. So great job by the guys, everybody involved. And my last one is Councilman Vergilio. You hit it right on the head with the fireworks. Just seems like it was a really, really bad year for the illegal ones. I'll get that out straight. The 12th and 13th fairway had a display that probably would have rivaled the one on the promenade. Dogs were howling. People were yelling across the course, "Hey, knock it off, stop." You know, it wasn't just some kid sparklers. It was some good sized shells. As you stated, found it in the backyard, found it on our deck, came out in the morning, it was on the hood of my truck and in the driveway. Fire hazard all around, not only to adjoining structures, but the course for those couple of days was tinder dry. And I hate to see what would happen if after all the work and money that was put into it, that it get burned for somebody's satisfaction. Also the animals, there's a lot of dogs howling, including my daughter's dog was going nuts for like about 2 hours. So as Councilman said, perhaps next year we could do a little more enforcement. There's all kinds of billboards out, illegal fireworks not to be used. Unfortunately, people can't read or they don't care. So all due respect to the police department, they can't be everywhere at once. We did call up, and I believe a car came by within maybe 5 or 10 minutes, but the damage is already done. So I thank you for your time, and I appreciate all the work that not only you as the council doing, but all the city agencies have done for Brigantine. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ms. Al Turco, 230 10th Street South. I've been here 44 years. I was going to speak about one thing, but you brought up the energy and electric and things. I have solar panels on my house, had about 5 years. What a savings. I don't have an electric bill. I get funded back from the state. I don't know if the city council had looked into that on our buildings, but solar panels is an alternative that is we can afford and save money on that. But my main thing, I was here about the property, the old Bella Luna property. I don't know if that's set yet with Haven Homes owns it and it's going to build houses. I don't know that. But, there was a restaurant there and we want more businesses in the town. And that would be I believe somebody approached who bought the seller's liquor license that was going to put a restaurant there and bar. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but so I don't know if that's set as for homes. I see a plan on Facebook that homes are going to be built there. I'd like to see more businesses built because it was a business in the past. 2 more things. Recycle barrels on the beaches. If we could have them there, I would put my bottles, cans in there. I don't know if it's such a big thing. We don't have. Okay. So,
A lot of people just take it home with them.
Yeah, well, we
Yeah,
we throw
and that's-
have a bag and we throw it out, but it's all mixed.
We take it home.
Okay.
In our recycling.
And the thing about the beach badge inspectors, they stop at 3 o'clock. A lot of people come after 3, but I think they should be on longer to inspect the beach badges. We buy badges. I think that should be set. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much. The city looks great. The streets are great. Thank you.
See you, Mr. Sorry.
Thank you. Anthony Duca, 4125 Atlantic Brigantine. I took some notes because this is 11 years and I need your help. I tried to solve this problem myself and it involves safety, some other issues in the city. So there's some liability to the city. We want to protect it. There's also, so let me cut down. What I'm requesting is Stephen Tesario has been working with me for at least a year on this. It's the regulation, control, and removal of the tree of heaven. It's not a tree, it's an invasive species. If no one's familiar, I submitted a packet. Hopefully you've seen the email. There's at least 5 pictures. There are other states, it's an invasive species in New Jersey. Other townships and municipalities have taken action on private property. And I want to explain for people who are not familiar with what this tree is. I'll explain. It's an invasive weed. It's not a desirable tree. It's very aggressive. It's very hard to eradicate. My property is aligned with this tree right next to the gas line. It's 10 feet over my roof. If you cut it, it becomes more aggressive. Every tree has hundreds of thousands of seeds and it shoots. So very similar to bamboo, this tree smells horrible. I can't go, so here's one other thing about this tree. If hopefully we're familiar, and I've lived all over the state of New Jersey and I've lived in the woods. Imagine living next to a property that is infested with bugs, hornet's nest, wasp nest. Well, this harp, it's the spotted lanternfly feeds on this tree, new growth and old growth. It's all in the pictures. I've doctored these pictures. It's absolutely disgusting and it's uncontrollable. This has cost me so much money in maintenance, gutter guards. Every week I have to pick the shooters up. I have a letter from my neighbor 100 feet away. So what I've done is outline different reasons why it's a significant burden. The rate at which this tree grows, you see a little shooter like this, in 2 weeks it could be 4 feet. At the end of the year, it could be a 14-foot tree. These grow to 70 to 100 feet. So you're nodding. I think you might be familiar with the tree. Is anyone unfamiliar with this plant, this invasive plant?
What is it called?
What's the name of it again?
It's called tree of heaven. It's not a tree. It's an invasive plant. It's disgusting. I've been monitoring this for the state of New Jersey for over 20 years. I have to submit paperwork, but not in Brigantine. There's different circumstances with my property and my neighbors. I encourage you to drive by my house. You can go on my property. Stephen's been on my property. Jack Murray's been on my property years ago. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. There's a lot in here, and it's a very emotional thing. So I wanted to start a process without, and I want to help you, because without knowing about it, you can't do anything about it. And I've tried to be reasonable with a neighbor, and it's just, the city can only do so much. But what if you cut the lawn, if you cut it back, it makes it worse. If you actually, it would have been a good time, which I have pictures. Please look at the pictures. If a week goes by, you have hundreds of these plants. And on every shooter, every tree has hundreds of or dozens of branches with thousands of these bugs. They're in the nymph stages. I've sent videos into the town. So I'm asking for help. If you need help from me, if you need any information, I'm happy to provide it. I figured this was I was encouraged to come here. And I think it's a good first step. So thank you for anything you could do.
Yeah, Anthony, thank you.
Your house number?
What's your address again?
It's 4125. It's a small blue house. So if you make the left, you're coming out Harbor Beach, make the left. I'm about 5 houses on the right. It's easy to miss. It's easy to miss because it's a tiny blue house. Just look for the trees. If you're driving by or coming on the island, you'll say, oh, there's only 20 trees. The grown trees aren't the problem. It's the way it spreads and encroaches through shooter. When I say hundreds of thousands of seeds, I'm picking 2 hours a week. For 11 years I've been here, 2 hours a week I am picking these shooters up. If I miss a week, this thing has taken root. It's worse than bamboo. And then it's got the bugs and it smells.
Is it on your property?
Oh, it's been, yeah, you can't control it. It's got to be eradicated. And that's why other towns are doing it. It's got to be, It's got to be cut the right way. It's got to be sprayed. It's got to be controlled. And without a private, the issue is the private property. So,
It's expired.
yeah, no, thank you. I'll be in the back if anyone had any comments.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Anthony, thank you very much. I actually had the opportunity to speak with our city manager and code enforcement about it. I know we're looking into it now. It is an invasive species on New Jersey's list. I was actually unaware till I heard from you that there was any existing on the island. So I know we're going to look into how we address it and update and change our ordinances to include the tree ahead. Thank you.
It's native to China. Wow.
Hi, my name is Barbara Turkle on 10th Street South. We always talk about how beautiful our island it is. I certainly agree. And I know I missed all those pretty flowers when we pulled into the island that were there years ago. And I know that had to change because of the electrical and whatever. But what are we doing about that gas station and, you know, the Santucci thing? Is it going to be fixed? Because that's kind of an eyesore when you come on.
Yeah, absolutely. I can give you an update. I try to put them out on social media. One of the things I've been letting people know is that it's owned by an investment group. The company is based out of Las Vegas. The owners live in California. So we've taken them to court several times. We're actually in the court process right now. But one of the reasons I stopped putting social media updates is they were looking at our updates to gauge their legal defense. So we've kind of gone silent on it other than let people know that we went to court. The court has given them a date to remediate and clean the property. If they don't meet that requirement, then we're going to move forward with our actions, and we are aggressively going after this. Unfortunately, it is a very slow process, and the courts tend to take the side of giving owners an opportunity to fix things before they take severe action. So we're hoping to be at a resolution real soon. We are addressing this and we have not let off. And one of the things I think has to happen is the state of New Jersey needs to change the laws when it comes to gas stations and abandoned gas stations, because this isn't just a Brigantine problem. This is a problem all over the state of New Jersey. And actually, because of the action we're taking here, I've spoken to several mayors in other towns, and they're very curious about our resolutions, how we address it, so they can kind of gauge how they move through this process too. Me personally, I think if you're going to open a gas station in New Jersey and put tanks and all that stuff, I think you should have to have a performance bond, that if you don't keep up with what you do, then that performance bond covers whatever needs to be remediated there. But that's something that the state legislature needs to do. So we'll be working on that as well. I'm hoping to have a resolution soon, but this is beyond frustrating and taking way longer than it should.
Well, thank you for that. And Santucci's too, is that a reason why that's not ever been completed?
I didn't hear you, I'm sorry. So Santucci's?
That's Santucci's, why has that never been, it's another eyesore when you walk.
I'm not sure. I can tell you that the city has worked with them to come in compliance with what they need to do. I don't want to get into the owner's personal issues, but we're doing what we can to support, to help to keep them moving forward. I think they're operating under a TCO right now because there's obviously outstanding work. We want to see businesses in Brigantine succeed. So everything that needs to be addressed from a safety standard has been addressed, but they still have unfinished construction out there, but they're not using that portion of the property.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's no other public comment?
Because we talked about the seawall so much, more than promenade. I just want to make sure in your comments.
Your name and address.
Lori Goldsmith, the seawall.
Just need your address, Lori.
1415 East Brigantine Avenue. Everybody uses my front yard. They walk through my driveway, climb up onto the seawall, and then jump down onto the beach. All day long. They'll hand their babies over, their old people, whatever. And it's so easy, just climb up and go down the seawall, but it's across my yard. So let them know somebody's gonna get hurt. I put up signs, but in the meantime, make sure that's in your letters. They're coming on my private property to get onto the beach because there's no access for anyone. If it was like my neighbor, I'd be like, go ahead, but it's just any old buddy.
Yeah. So. No, and I appreciate your patience.
Yeah.
But it's frustrating.
Oh yeah.
It's frustrating. Yeah.
They should, and if there's anything that I can do, if you want videos, I have plenty of videos of people just walking across and jumping in. And then after they get to the beach side there, there's pylons or wood coming up that's all like broke apart. And somebody's gonna get hurt barefoot doing that, or a dog or whatever. So
And that's our concern.
Yeah.
Like our concern is that, and that access ramp was originally part of the project. For some reason, it was pulled out of the project and left. We don't understand that.
no, I mean, just, oh, even just open it up, let people hop off the bottom. It's safer than going through my front yard.
Probably safer than in your front yard. I agree, but we're going to continue to work with the county. I'll let them know about that because it is a safety issue. And we're going to, like I said, we're putting together another letter to the county of here's the issues, here's what's going on.
And I can.
Where are you?
Pictures, whatever, but I look forward to an update or having that ramp fixed.
Yep, absolutely.
All right,
It
thanks.
needs to be
Thanks for
addressed.
bringing that up, Laura.
Yeah, thanks.
You know, people with disabilities also use that
They
ramp
can't
to get
get
down
on.
there. That now it was a safety issue. Yeah, it's
Not true, like she
sad to see
said.
the people climbing over your wall, the barriers. It's
It
really
scares-
unacceptable at this time
It
of
is.
year to have that close.
100%, I agree.
I agree. Sure. I think PJ.
Hello, how you doing? PJ Cook, 47 Cummings. I wanted to touch on something that we did last year, the council meeting at the clubhouse. I think it was in August.
It was
We
a ward
brought up,
meeting.
what is it?
Yeah, ward meeting, first
Yeah.
and second ward meeting.
We brought up the Safe to School Act with the sidewalks. Is there any progress on that? Because what we talked about was when we're redoing the roads, we're gonna do the sidewalks. And we just did Sheridan, which is where we wanted the sidewalk, and there's no sidewalk.
I was going to say, do you get my newsletter by any chance?
No.
So it's actually good that you're here. I'm glad you came in. We actually just had an update in the newsletter. I think in our last conversation at the ward meeting, we told you we had applied for grant money.
Yeah.
The state actually turned it down. They gave us recommendations on how to reapply. So we're doing two things. We're reapplying for grant money based on the recommendations they made. And I'll be honest, they said the project you put in place for what we fund is too small. Increase the scope. We need to increase the scope anyway. What we're also doing as a part of this bond ordinance, I don't know if you saw various sidewalks. What we do here in Brigantine is when we want to move a project forward, we bond for it, we have the money available, we apply for the grant. If we get the grant, we can move the money to something else. If we don't get the grant, we actually have the money now that's a part of this bond ordinance to move that forward. Because we all agree with you 100%. We need to make sure that kids get to school safely. Part of the issue that is going to come up, which is going to increase the scope of work, is it's not just about a sidewalk, it's actually drainage we have to put in. But it's like anything, and we just talked about the county, if you're going to do a job, do it right. So I appreciate your patience. We're moving this forward, but whether we get the grant or not, this project is moving forward because we've now committed money to it.
And something to look into with it, like Neil said, the people are parking on Cummings now and going to the beach.
Absolutely.
So if there's curbs all along where the golf course meets, that's all parking.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and then one other thing I want to touch on, was there any, the Army Corps of Engineers, their 1-year study should be up in August. Is there any update for the jetties we're trying to get, or groins, or whatever we're trying to do?
So we have to follow up. They have not shared any information with us, but I'll follow up with Congressman Van Drew to see where they are in that study. I can tell you that they're looking at beaches. I don't know that they did any specific work here in Brigantine, and that's what I'm curious about, is how they're studying this. But as soon as we have that information, we'll follow up, because there's a couple of projects we're working on. One is the hard structures. We all agree. We had hard structures out there. It makes a difference. You just look at the south end of the island. Two, the extension of the promenade. We have the Congressman has worked on appropriations in order to get the study done. Federal government moves slow. They got to study it. The study has to show there's a need, blah, blah, blah. So we're starting that process. The Congressman has committed to funding it all the way through earmarks. The other thing we're working on is the beach replenishment for that area. We're up in 2 years anyway for our cycle. So when we're looking at funding, it was either funding for the emergency beach replenishment, which you see going on the south end, or the funding for the seawall. For us, the cost to build a seawall is probably going to be between 15 and 20 million. Our cost when it comes to do a replenishment is usually about 1.5, I'm going to say to 2.5 million. It made more sense to go through the normal path for that and then get the federal money for the seawall because a $15 million hit is a big expense. But PJ, as soon as we have it, I'll make sure we share it. If you want to sign up for my newsletter, I put a lot of that stuff in there. There's a link on the city's website.
And then one more thing I noticed, as you guys know, I fish a lot in the mornings. I fish Brigantine Jetty or the Sea Jetty over in Atlantic City. They redid that and they filled the whole jetty in with concrete. So it's literally a fishing pier that's whatever, 100 yards out into the ocean. Brigantine Jetty is the most dangerous jetty we fish on.
I agree with you. You want to hear something?
It is
fun?
crazy.
You want to hear something interesting about that jetty? You want to take a guess on who owns it? Atlantic City.
So
when we talk about doing some repair work to that jetty, they don't care. What we also found out too is when the Army Corps of Engineers, they call it decommissioning it, they didn't just give it to Atlantic City, they gave it to the state of New Jersey. So we're trying to work with the state of New Jersey in order to do something, because what Atlantic City did is great. They made it safe, made it a good fishing pier. The other thing we want to do is actually extend that jetty out further. One, you can see how the jetty beach is built up, but believe it or not, a lot of the sand that's built up across the island has to do with the Brigantine. You remember when we were kids, like how long that jetty was? If we lengthen that jetty, it'll actually increase the entire island. And something else we're working with too is something called backpassing, where in between replenishments, they'll take sand from the south end and bring it to the north end. They're testing this out in like areas like Wildwood. And one of the things we said is like, I like to see things in operation. Let's see Wildwood do it for a little bit. If it makes sense, we'll try to do it here. They think Brigantine's a good candidate, but we'll see. But I want to see them do it in Wildwood first, because just in case something goes wrong, let them mess it up there before they do it here.
Okay.
But you're 100% correct, and we're going to stay on the state to try to get that done. And hopefully, with the new governor in place, the relationship with her is really good. So I'm hoping to be able to get that done.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, PJ. If there's no other public comment, oh, one more.
How's it going? Frank O'Brien, 5 Kirkwood.
So I didn't, what was your name?
Frank O'Brien.
Frank O'Brien?
Yeah. I was just.
We need your address.
5 Kirkwood. I just was coming to kind of complain about the automatic license plate readers. Sure. A bunch of cities are having them taken down now. Their main defense for being up, the case that they were referencing, just got overturned by the Supreme Court as unconstitutional. And so they're kind of seeing these virtual dragnets. So it's a violation of people's like Fourth Amendment rights. And then on top of that, the personal use of it, Steve's awesome and the police department's awesome. I don't have any worries about them, but it's the data shared over the country with people, and officers are using it to stalk, and other police do, but using it to stalk like ex-wives, women that they've come across. So it's like you constantly have a idea of where someone is. You know, it's this history of someone's location constantly. So it's easy to kind of take advantage of someone like that. So
thank you
for
sharing it.
So, I don't know. I know 2 of them are Brigantines, or it's Leonardo. The one's off of 15th Street here, and the one off the like baseball fields. The other 2 are Homeland Security. So I don't know if there's anything you do about Homeland Security's ones, but at least the ones that Brigantine pays for. Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Chief, if you could look into that for us. Yeah, whatever recommendations you made. You speak in the mic. I apologize, because I know if I can't hear you, nobody else can.
You don't have to. Yeah.
If you push it, you're muting it. I say if there's legal precedence, you guys can look into it, just to make sure that we're doing the right thing. That's all. Chief, thank you very much. All right, if there's no other public comment, we'll close the public portion. All right, any final council comments?
Yeah, I just want to say, I didn't say it earlier, I just want to say thank you to the fire department. That was an amazing job you did, saving so many other structures in the neighborhood up there. And thank you for all you do, and police as well.
All right, then can we have a motion and second to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you for coming out and watching your council team at work.